to another live stream update on the Capo feature film. My name is Jeremy Mullally. I'm the writer and director of the Capo. This is a part of an ongoing series of us producing lives, just to give people a behind the scenes look on how the Capo is being developed and eventually created and shot as a feature film production. And there's many things that have led to where we are today, and no doubt we'll be able to update you on things happening along the way as we are now. This one's going to be a rather quick one, I hope. I'm not feeling my best today, so just trying to hopefully take it easy, but wanted to make the commitment to still show up and walk you through at least one element of the film. And today I wanted to go over something. I have touched on it before earlier in the year when we were walking through the actual deck, as far as the vision deck that we've got produced. And what you see up on screen is just one page from that, which is around the edit, which is actually quite an important element particular to this film and actually all films, because when you actually think about it, editing is the only feature which is unique to filmmaking as an art form. So if you look at performance, that's obviously borrowed from the theater. You look at, composition, that's taken from, earlier would be paintings and, in more modern time, photography. And the lighting, same thing from photography. But editing is the only element that is unique to this art form. So it's actually a critical part of cinema and what defines it amongst other the other art forms that are out there. So wanted to walk through how we're approaching the edit, because it's something that you don't just decide to start thinking about at the time when you begin doing it, as in after you've shot the film. You obviously want to be thinking about it very early on, and it becomes a part of the process when you're planning out how you're going to shoot it. And indeed, in our case, there's sort of really two things I want to talk about when it comes to the edit. And the first one is I suppose, the macro element to the edit, as in like the structure of the whole film, and that is how it's actually based off. So in this case, Da Capo is a circular plot. So for those unfamiliar with the story, it's about a young university student, Alexander, who, after uncovering that his father's passed away, he goes on this journey to uncover the reasons behind his father's death. So we have it set up as a circular plot, in order to create that tension, but also, in another way, central to the story, Alexander, he's learning throughout the events of the story a piece, Buck's Goldberg variations. In, I suppose, popular culture, it's most recognizable and linked to um, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter. It's a piece that he listens to. But in this case, it's actually going to be each variation, there's 32 variations of this piece, is going to be playing throughout the film. And it's almost like a signpost of where we're at in the film as Alexander is learning the entire piece. So that's what it looks like at a macro level. And the reason we've done that is to, on a subtle level, just continue that process of Alexander is, at the age that he is, he's 20 years old. He is going on this journey of discovery about his own identity. And that's mirrored through his learning of this piece. And also the Goldberg variations, if you're familiar with the piece, it's a wonderful thing that it actually, there's a return of the main aria at the end of the variation, so that the first aria is played and then it's a da capo at the end, which is also where the name comes from. So that's what it looks like at a macro level. On a micro level, though, what we're doing is we're moving between these slow points of contemplation. Like I mentioned, Alexander's going on this journey of the discovery for himself. And then when we're in those moments of, I describe it as dread, when Alexander, the pace increases in the film, we're going to be having these very fast cuts to mirror Alexander's state of mind and where he's at as he begins to, panic, and the control that he's been seeking in his life begins to slip through his fingers. So that's what it looks like from the editing point of view. That's really all I have to say on the topic at this moment. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for joining in today. If you want to learn more about what we're doing to build the Capo, feel free to tune into these lives. We'll be doing them regularly, and you'll be able to learn about what's been happening to lead us up to today, and you'll be able to see what's happening in the weeks to come. So thank you very much. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you.